about combination of resistance. So first combination, series combination. Suppose here we have three resistors R1, R2, R3 and they are connected end to end across a battery of potential difference V and which provide current I. Suppose R1, R2, R3 be the resistance of three different resistors. So voltage drop across R1, V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. Means complete potential that provided by the battery it get used among by these three resistors R1, R2, R3. So V is equal to here V1 plus V2 plus V3. Here the path of current is same, so current flowing through each resistor that will remain same, correct? So here V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2, V3 is equal to IR3. Since sum of these individual potential drop is equal to applied potential difference, so V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Put the value of V1, V2, V3 here, so you will get V is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Suppose if resultant resistance of the combination is RS, so and current flowing through circuit is I and net resistance is RS, so V is equal to IRS. So from equation first, IRS is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Finally you will get RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. It means in series combination the sum of individual resistances is equal to resultant resistance. Suppose if we have n different resistance R1, R2 up to Rn and they are connected in series, then resultant resistance become R1 plus R2 up to Rn. And suppose if given resistances are same, then it become Rs is equal to R plus R up to n times. So finally we will get Nr. Rs is equal to Nr means as number of resistance increases in series combination, resultant resistance get increased. So the important point regarding the series combination is, in series combination the amount of current for each resistor that will remain same and which is equal to current provided by the battery. Total potential drop is equal to the sum of individual potential drop across the individual resistance, that is V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Potential drop across individual resistance is depend on their individual resistance because the current remains same, to V1 proportional to R2, V2 proportional to R2 and so on, correct? Now parallel combination. In parallel combination, the first end of each resistor connected with one terminal of battery and their second end connected with other terminal of same battery, correct? So here voltage drop across each resistor will equal to potential difference between the terminal of battery, but current flown through them is depend on their individual resistances, correct na? And here current provided by the battery is I, and when I reach that junction A, then it get divided into three parts, I1, I2, I3. Here the amount of current flown through individual resistances is depend on their individual resistance, means their individual value. If resistance is more, current will be less. So here by Kirchhoff first law, this is also called KCL, at any junction of the closed circuit the sum of incoming current is equal to outgoing current. So here I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Use Ohm's law. So I1 is equal to V by R1, this is the amount of current flown through first resistor. I2 is equal to V by R2, current flown through second resistor, and I3 is equal to V by R3, current flown through third resistor, correct? Put all these value in equation first, so you will get V by Rp. Rp is the resultant resistance of the combination and V is the potential difference across the terminal of battery. So V by Rp is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. And after simplification you will get 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Means the sum of individual resistance, the sum of reciprocals of individual resistances is equal to reciprocal of resultant resistance in parallel combination, correct? Here we have n resistor of different values, so 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 up to 1 upon Rn. Suppose if their individual values are same, R1 is equal to R2 up to Rn, which is R, so 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R up to n times. Finally we will get Rp is equal to R by n. It means as the number of resistors increases, the resultant resistance decreases. Why it happen? Actually in series combination, if number of resistors increases, then the length of conductor get increased, and when length of conductor get increased, resistance get increased. But in parallel combination, if the number of resistors increases, So thickness of resultant resistance get increased, and when thickness get increased, resistance get increased. That's why in parallel combination resistance is less and in series resistance is more. The important point regarding the parallel combination: in parallel combination, individual potential difference across the individual resistors is equal to potential difference between the terminal of battery. Number 2, the sum of individual current flown through individual resistors is equal to the current provided by the battery. Number 3, as the number of resistors in parallel combination increases, resultant resistance decreases. So these are the important points regarding the series and parallel. Now come to the important point: internal resistance of cell. Resistance which is offered by the electrolyte of the cell is called internal resistance. It means the value of internal resistance of cell is depend on nature of electrolyte. There are various factors. Let's see what they are. Number 1, nature of electrolyte. Nature of electrolyte means what is the amount of number of ions which are present inside the electrolyte. So nature of electrolyte. Number 2, concentration of electrolyte. If it means if concentration of electrolyte is more, then mobility of ions, or you can say charge carrier, is less, and when mobility is less means resistance is more. So resistance of internal resistance of cell is directly proportional to concentration of electrolyte. Number 3, distance between the electrodes. If distance between the electrode is more, then the value of internal resistance of the cell that will be more, means they are directly proportional. Number 3, area of electrodes that dipped in electrolyte. Here the area of electrode means that portion of electrode, area of that portion of electrode which is dipped inside the electrolyte, only that area is considered here. So if the dipped area of the electrodes is more, then resistance will be less. And fifth factor, temperature. Temperature of electrolyte is more, then resistance will be less. It means if temperature is more, then what happens? The mobility of charge carrier or ions get increased. It means conductivity get increased, means resistance get decreased. So R is inversely proportional to temperature. Let's see what are the relation between internal resistance of cell, external resistance, and EMF and potential difference. Suppose here we have a cell of EMF capital E and its internal resistance R, and we have a resistor which is connected across the terminal of battery or cell, and this cell provides current I. Correct? So net EMF, as you know, net EMF is equal to work done by the cell in carrying a unit positive charge along the closed circuit. Closed circuit means from positive terminal to negative terminal. So this work done divided into two parts. One work done from positive to negative terminal, and second through external circuit. It is work done in carrying a unit charge from A to B, means from positive terminal to negative terminal of cell against external resistance capital R, plus work done in carrying a unit positive charge from B to A. B to A means through external circuit against internal resistance. It means E is equal to V plus V dash, potential drop across external resistance plus potential drop across internal resistance. Correct now? So V is equal to, by Ohm's law, IR, and V dash is equal to I small r. Small r is internal resistance. So net EMF become IR plus I small r. I can be taken as common, it is R plus R. So you will get I is equal to E upon R plus R. This is the current which is provided by the cell. Correct? So use Ohm's law, since V is equal to IR, therefore E is equal to V plus IR. Instead of V, that will remains V plus IR. So here small r is equal to E minus V upon I. E minus V upon I. And I is also equal to V by R by Ohm's law. So R is equal to E minus V. Instead of I, write down V upon R. So after simplification you will get small r is equal to capital R E upon V minus 1. This is the relation between internal resistance, external resistance, EMF and potential difference. Suppose if circuit is open, when circuit is open means no any current is taken from the cell, means I is equal to 0. So from second equation you can see here, this equation, E is equal to V plus IR. If I is 0, so E is equal to V. E is equal to V. It means EMF is the maximum potential difference between the terminal of battery or terminal of cell when no any current drawn from it. This is the another definition of EMF. Once again, EMF is the maximum potential difference across the terminal of battery or cell when no any current drawn from it. Correct? Normally, a real cell has always some internal resistance. So when current is drawn from it, then potential difference is always less than EMF. V is always less than EMF, and when become V is equal to E, if no any current drawn from the cell, in that case EMF is equal to V. So it's all about today's. Thank you.